In this lesson, I'm going to be reviewing some tools that I use fairly often when working inside of AutoCAD. I receive AutoCAD drawings from outside vendors almost daily. The first thing I do with any new drawing that I have never seen is to use the Layer Walk tool. This allows me to see how the drawing is organized quickly and easily. Once I understand where things are in a drawing, it's time to get to work. I'm going to use the Hide Isolate tool to help me hide some elements while I work. I'm going to use the Rotate tool to modify the position of some elements. And finally, I will use the Draw Order command to help clean up the visibility of some of the drawing elements. I received this floor plan from a client. He wants me to make some changes and then create a submittal package. I'm going to start by using the Layer Walk tool to help me identify the different elements in the drawing and how the drawing is organized. The Layer Walk tool is located on the extended area of the Layers panel on the Home ribbon. The icon has two footprints because it's called Layer Walk, and we're going to basically be walking through the drawing. I just left-click on each layer name and note what appears as I go down the list. I am checking to see if items are in an incorrect layer and if the layer name makes sense. Everything looks good, so I'm going to move on to the edits I need to make in the drawing. I want to rotate the sofas so they are parallel to the TVs in each living room. I don't want to accidentally mess up the room labels when I do that, so I'm going to hide the text while I perform the rotation and then restore it. To hide the text, I select a text element, right-click, and choose Select Similar. All the text elements are selected. I then go down to the status bar and select the Hide Objects toggle. This is located on the far right of the status bar. All the text disappears. If I go to the layer drop-down, you can see that the text layer is not frozen or off. The Hide Objects mode is a temporary state. If I saved and closed the drawing and then reopened it, the text objects would return to being visible. I'm going to select the Rotate tool from the Modify panel on the ribbon. I'll select the sofa on the left first. I press Enter to complete my selection. For my base point, I select the midpoint of the back of the sofa. I turn Ortho on because then I can just drag the mouse down to rotate the sofa. To repeat, I can just right-click and choose Repeat Rotate. I'll select the sofa on the right. I press Enter to complete my selection. For my base point, I select the midpoint of the back of the sofa. This time, I drag my mouse up to rotate the sofa. I'm ready to restore the text elements, so I go back to the status bar. Notice that the Hide Isolate icon is shaded to indicate items are hidden. I left-click on the icon and select End Object Isolation. The text is now displayed. If I zoom into the upper bathroom area, I notice that the text is located behind the door swing. I would like to move it in front of the door swing. I select the text, right-click, and select Draw Order, Bring to Front. Can you see the difference? In this lesson, I used Layer Walk to review how the drawing was organized. I then used several organization tools inside of AutoCAD, like Select Similar, and the ability to isolate or hide elements. And I used Draw Order to control the visibility of different elements.